Thank you for joining us for another episode of Cryptocurrent. Just one quick reminder. Cryptocurrent is a cryptocurrency and blockchain education platform that's bridging the gap between the curious newcomers who are just discovering the space and the thought leaders who are shaping its future. All opinions expressed by Richard Carthon, the Cryptocurrent team, and their guests on this show are exclusively their own opinions. You should not treat any opinion expressed by Richard, the team, and their guests as a specific inducement to make a particular investment or to follow as financial advice. This show and any other Cryptocurrent production is exclusively for informational purposes.
All right, welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Cryptocurrent, your connection to the world of Web3 and the thought leaders who are shaping it. Today, I'm joined by Amanda Terry. She's the COO from Metagood and OnChainMonkey. Amanda, how are you doing today?
I'm great. Thanks so much for having me on, Steve.
Man, I am so excited to be talking about OnChainMonkey today. And for those of you at home that are not yet familiar with OnChainMonkey and what they're about, just to give you a quick overview, they're a membership-based NFT project that focuses on positively impacting the world. It's a collection of 9,500 pieces. Just earlier this week, they have officially moved forward with their Karma collection. Their Genesis collection, for anybody that's curious, looks a little bit like this if you're coming to us on YouTube. But
I got one of those at one of the conferences, Steve.
I was going to say, that's my monkey himself in the shape as it is. But we've got a great episode ahead today to talk to you all about the OCM Genesis collection and Karma and everything around the world of Metagood. So Amanda, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and a little bit about Metagood and OnChainMonkey?
Sure. Well, first of all, thanks for having me on, Steve. I've been really excited to come on your podcast. My name is Amanda Terry. I am co-founder and chief operating officer of Metagood. We're the company behind OnChainMonkey. OnChainMonkey was an NFT profile pic collection that we launched last September. It was a free mint of 10,000 Genesis monkeys, and it was the first profile pic collection all on-chain in a single transaction, which means that all of the images and the metadata are stored on an SVG file. It's very energy efficient and kind of similar if you think of like the French Lascaux cave drawings. As long as the Ethereum blockchain exists, our monkeys NFTs will exist. And since then, we've built an extremely passionate community around doing well and doing good. We're actually one of the top NFT collections for profitability as measured by last 100 profitable trades. In this somewhat turbulent crypto market, we're actually the only mid-cap NFT collection. So with a floor price of 1 to 7 ETH that has been founded over 60 days ago, that increased over the last 60 days, which I pinned to the top of my Twitter if you just go to @AmandaTerry, which is a really impressive stat. We have growing holder base and extremely diamond-handed community. I mean, typically only 3 to 4% of our on-chain monkeys are even listed for sale. And yeah, we're super excited, for the Karma mint.
Yeah, there's a lot to be excited about for being an OCM holder, but also for being in the NFT community at large. Because as a member of the NFT community at large, you get to observe communities like OCM, which is doing some really unique things out in the world. And you mentioned doing well and doing good. And that is one of the core missions of OnChainMonkey and Metagood. So please, if you could, define that for us, because I think that a lot of people get lost on exactly what doing good and doing well means.
Sure. So we are a 100% for-profit company. As mentioned, we've been a highly value creation company for our holders. But we also believe that you can do good along the way. We were actually named Fast Company's 2022 20 best world-changing ideas for impact investing, largely because off of the trading revenues from our NFTs, we've supported a number of projects. Basically, 3 weeks into our collection, we had a community member decide to donate his on-chain monkey, And we put it up for sale. It went for 12.5 ETH, bid up by Charlie Lee, the creator of Litecoin, and Roam Garaguzlo, the founder of Dapper Labs. And we donated those proceeds to a UNICEF project called GigaConnect, which is bringing internet to schools globally and basically lessening the digital divide between those that have and have not. But not only did we do that donation, we then advised that group, GigaConnect, on their first NFT collection. So on the 75th anniversary of UNICEF, they issued 1,000 NFTs in January, which have, I believe, raised over $700,000 for the organization. So not only did we do a one-time donation, but we actually enabled them to have a more sustainable fundraising source as well.
That's tremendous.
Thank you. And that's just, if you go to Metagood, Metagood.com under our impact tab, we list a number of the things that we've done. One of my personal favorite examples is one of our advisors is Luis Hoyos, who is the director behind The Cove, Racing Extinction, and Game Changers. And he came to us back in October because one of his buddies from National Geographic, Steve McCurry, who's actually the photographer behind the iconic Afghan Girl cover of that piercing green eyes woman back in 1985. She and him had kept in touch, and she had reached out to him to say that she felt her life was in danger because the Taliban had now gotten into Afghanistan, and her as a Western icon and her family did not feel safe. And through our trading revenues, we were actually able to finance an operation done by Future Brilliance, which is a nonprofit out of the UK, to get her visas and airlifted her and her family out of Afghanistan to Italy. So like literally saving people's lives through the profits of our crypto community. And that's another one that I'm really proud of. I'll give you one more example. When all of this stuff was happening in Ukraine, we have such an incredible team of artists and innovators and builders that we couldn't just sit on the sidelines and do nothing. And so our art team came together and they created a mosaic of 25,000 monkeys in the shape of an earth with a heart over Ukraine. And we sold that for 0.1 ETH, and within 2 weeks raised over $185,000. Then had all of our NFT holders vote for which charity to go to, and they chose Save the Children for humanitarian aid crisis in Ukraine. So those are just a few examples. There's many more that are on our website, and I definitely encourage you to check out metagood.com impact tab.
Yeah, there is so much good that you guys have done in just such a short time. I mean, this project has been around, as you said, since September 11th of 2021, and it's come so far in just a very short period of time. Every time that I've heard you talk about that story with the Afghan girl, it gives me chills because it's just so different than every other NFT community that I've ever personally engaged with. The level of care, the level of wanting to give back, and the level of wanting to do good for the world. It's inspiring, truly.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, I think all of us believe that you can do well and also do good. It's not one or the other. It's not profit or nonprofit. It's can you create value for a community, but also help them to do real world good. And our values are RISE. So if you go into our Discord, you'll see people type !RISE, which stands for respect, integrity, sustainability, and experimentation. And that's really, like, as a company, kind of the values that we subscribe to. I mean, we believe the world is facing exponential problems, and it's through the power of communities like ours to take collective action to solve them.
No doubt. And I mean, to that exact point, though, I mean, the RISE, I guess, word that you see popping up everywhere, it's almost becoming its own way, its own little anthem of the community. And I think that inside of the OnChainMonkey community, we have something very unique, right? It's a bunch of people that have not just come together around values or want to do good, but they're doing good for each other. They're constantly hoping to improve each other's lives. So within all of that, would you mind telling me a little bit about what makes OCM's community so unique? Because it really is different from most other communities in the NFT space.
Yeah, I mean, I think we can just start with the founding team. As an investor in companies, you always have to look at the team, right, and see, what has been their track record, what's their mission, what's their vision. In our case, I don't think you could find a more experienced builder and investor team in the crypto space. So our chairman is Bill Tai. He has been in crypto since 2010. He was literally, the first investor in Zoom, early investor in Wish, Canva, Dapper Labs, Bitfury, and 23 other publicly traded companies. He is, just a very legendary Silicon Valley investor, and we're fortunate to have him as our chairman and co-founder. Then my other co-founder and CEO is Danny Yang, who founded the Stanford Bitcoin Meetup. He has a PhD in computer science from Stanford, physics degree from Harvard. And after he did that Stanford Bitcoin Meetup, he founded MyCoin, which is the largest cryptocurrency exchange in Taiwan. And that's been in operation since 2013. And then also he founded Blockseer, which is an analytics company that basically government agencies use to find hackers. So yeah, truly like incredible background. And then my background has been really more in the Web2 space. I worked at Twitter, NBC, Zagat, which was acquired by Google, another video aggregation company called 5min, which was acquired by AOL. So a number of companies were acquired. And I also have helped to run community for Bill Tye's nonprofit Acti Global, which stands for athletes, conservationists, technologists, artists, and innovators. We do a lot of work kind of in the ocean conservation space and also around economic empowerment. And I run a small tech investment fund called Acti Ventures.
That's wild. And to me, I think it's kind of imperative of what's going on within OCM. Like oftentimes on the down low, right? You're kind of among legends in a lot of these different ways, right? I believe you mentioned it earlier, but I'm going to bring it up again. Within the community, you also have Charlie Lee from Litecoin. You have Owen Wilson. You have Woody Harrelson with his phenomenal work for the world. And I mean, beyond that, you will meet so many incredible people. I mean, I have to give a quick shout out to not just some of the team members there, but also some of these incredible community members who I was fortunate enough to meet when I was with you guys in New York. And I mean, you've got great folks like Dichotomy. You've got Sophia, who is in charge of all of our bigger events at NFT NYC, and even folks on the dev team like Good Things. You have so many high quality individuals, and they all want to do these big things together. It's really impressive.
I mean, we also have, our general counsel was the general counsel from Definity, and she also used to work at the Federal Reserve, Stanford Law, just really kind of OG crypto people, on the art side, just because we just did our Karma Mint, but, we have this incredible Hollywood, award-winning Hollywood animation team that was literally the team that did Ice Age, Rio, and Ferdinand. They won the Annie Award, which is one of the highest awards you can win in the animation industry. So we're just super fortunate. I could go down the list, like the whole team of employees has some really interesting people with incredibly interesting and diverse backgrounds. And then, yes, you mentioned some of our investors. We have Sebastian Borget, the Sandbox founder, Holly Branson, who's the chair of Virgin Unite, Baron Davis, who is formerly an NBA player. He's doing a lot of moves in the Web3 space. Gabby Dixon, founder of YGG, Roam Garaguzlu, Dapper Labs founder, Bobby Lee, BTCC founder, and now he founded a company called Ballet Crypto. Charlie Lee, creator of Litecoin. You mentioned, at our event on Tuesday, but I spoke on a panel with two of our investors, Apollo Ono. I think he's maybe 8, possibly even more time Olympic medalist, also New York Times bestselling author, and now a partner at Tribe Capital. In addition to Randy Zuckerberg, who is a partner at Offline Ventures and Hug.xyz. We have people from, I spoke at VCon, ran into another one of our investors, Guy Osiri of Sound Ventures. I always, at Consensus, saw Stacey Warden, Elgaran CEO. Also at Consensus saw Jeff Zerlin, Axie Infinity founder. So, we just have an incredible group of investors around us and builders. And that's what's really special about being in this community. People can come in, interact with them on Discord, interact with them at our events in person. And it's just, it's a pretty special group of people around us.
Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, it's a tremendous group to be among, and it's once you're in it, it's a pleasure to be among them because they're just down as far as it goes, just really great people underneath it all. I mean, besides the limelight, right? But you had gotten into mentioning Karma. So I have to ask you because Karma has already minted out. It minted out on June 29th. Can you tell me a little bit about why Karma in the first place? Why did you decide to expand the collection?
Yeah, I mean, so our existing the Genesis collection had about 3,000 holders, and we wanted to bring more incredible people into the community. And way back when Genesis launched, one of our community members, Top Shot Cabby, also known as Drew Winey, literally posted a monkey derivative artwork of his on-chain monkey. And he got so many likes on Twitter that we reached out to him, said, "Hey, do you want to come work with us on our next collection?" And we were fortunate enough to be able to get him from like a top animation studio. Then he hired his boss and two other colleagues he'd worked with. As I mentioned before, these are like the team behind Ice Age, Rio, Ferdinand. And so that team has been working on this art since October. So it's been, almost an 8-month process to bring this new collection to life. We decided, with the original collection, the art is relatively simple because of the restraints of all of the image and the metadata being on chain in a single transaction. And we wanted to continue to bring more great people in the OnChainMonkey community. And we decided to kind of swing the other direction and do the most detailed, incredible, hand-painted art that are JPEGs, except all of the metadata is on chain. So that was kind of the impetus of Karma, was to bring new people in and to offer another option with OnChainMonkey, not just the more simple art, but actually very difficult technical in the background for Genesis, but also to then have an option which people love from an art perspective. But in our collection, they're both kind of equals. So you can be a Genesis holder, or you can be a Karma holder, and both of them will have votes in our DAO, which I didn't talk much about, but I'll get into. We created a DAO a couple months ago, and really the idea is, instead of Danny, Bill, and me making decisions how we should spend our company funds and what social impact projects we're going to work with, we want to decentralize that decision-making process, and basically have all of our community be able to propose different Web3 projects and social impact projects that build the OnChainMonkey community, brand, and ecosystem. So it can't just be, completely just something off. I'm just doing some random project on the side. I want to get funding. It has to somehow tie into the OnChainMonkey brand, community, and ecosystem. And then they can actually receive funding through our DAO, also get, advice from Bill Tai, Danny Yang, and myself. And probably what's most interesting, I think, for Web3 projects, especially new ones in the space, are, getting an audience, right? And, literally we have 3,000 holders after our mint. I can't tell you, we'll have 5,000, however many we have. But all of these people are passionate OnChainMonkey NFT investors, and you have this built-in audience of people that are interested in, helping and supporting your project, which is probably the most invaluable thing you could get, much beyond just, financial backing.
Yeah, I mean, it's a really incredible thing to be able to bring all of these individuals together to be able to back certain projects as the DAO takes form now. Because when I was originally stepping into the project, the pitch behind the DAO and what was the vision for OCM was for it to become something of an accelerator or an incubator for these big Web3 ideas. And people have said it's, a great comp is to Y Combinator, which then spurred the idea of this being Monkey Combinator. So
Yes.
To me, I love the concept itself, but outside of just joining up in terms of membership and the DAO, what type of benefits can a Karma minter or a new Karma holder expect from the collection?
Well, definitely, as we mentioned, the DAO is a big part of it. We also have a concept of fungible bananas in our monkey ecosystem, which are things that you can earn by typing a command in our Discord. And people kind of give bananas and send bananas as rewards for good behavior. So if it's someone's birthday, they might get sent a bunch of bananas. If someone created a incredible marketing video about OnChainMonkey that our community thought really encapsulates our values and helps explain more about who we are, that person might get bananas. But also with outside of just that, you can use that for real world purchases like hats or 100 bananas, socks. We had Andrew Chen come on, like your hat from who wrote the book, The Cold Start Problem, a partner in Andreessen Horowitz. You could get a signed copy of his book, Buying Bananas. We had Laura Shin the day after she came on, published the book, The Cryptopians, come on. You could also get a signed copy of her book with bananas. We also do a lot of IRL. So we just came back, as you know, we were together at NFT NYC, where we had 250 people holders plus up to 2 guests on a brunch on a rooftop. And we were, one of the NFT NYC stages. So we had official programming as well throughout the day. Basically for holders and 2 of their friends. So IRL such as that. We've done things like had Charlie Lee, Owen Wolfson, and Woody Harrelson come play poker with our monkeys. Of course, the buy-in was using your bananas. And Charlie Lee is a shark. He actually won that poker tournament. And then we've done things like a private Discord meditation with Deepak Chopra. So, actually the CEO of the Chopra Foundation, Punacha, came and spoke at our event at NFT NYC. So it's a really interesting network of people that by purchasing this NFT, you are now part of this membership club. And whether you decide to just participate online and, come into our Discord or interact on Twitter, or whether you decide to come to our IRL events, like this whole community is accessible to you. And now through this DAO, we actually empower people to propose and vote for projects that they want support from the OnChainMonkey community.
And I think it's also worth mentioning to those that are maybe a little bit more spread out around the world, you also are offering now digital events, which I think is not just me trying to make a shameless plug for the fact that I now am helping you guys out with that, but everybody now can start to come together and have more human interaction online, thanks to the benefits of things like Discord voice chats and Twitter Spaces, where we can curate these conversations for people and help them to network with each other without having to come into one centralized location, as fun as that is. So it's really incredible the value you can pack in.
I'm glad that you mentioned that because, we did that with, as I mentioned, kind of the Deepak Chopra and a private Discord meditation, but we'd like to be doing that more and just do specific, utility for holders online, because we do have an extremely diverse audience in terms of global representation. I think we're about 70% in the US, maybe 20% in Asia, and the remaining, kind of Europe and stuff. So, we do have on-chain monkeys that are volunteering to do meetups all over the world for us, but also, we want to make ourselves accessible to people also online.
Yeah, it's a fantastic initiative all across the board. But I think there's so much more to get into here because you just announced across the last couple of weeks the expansion into also monkey missions, right?
Yes.
This all stems from the idea that you may have heard of if you're familiar in the NFT space at home with the Moonbirds collection and what they announced with nesting. So can you at least paint a little bit of a picture for us on what you envision for monkey missions and how this whole thing kind of will work for monkey holders going forward?
Sure. So we just started this last week where you could send your monkey on a mission. So if you go to the OnChainMonkey.com website and you connected your wallet, you'll see all of your monkeys or one monkey, however many you have on the website. You can go on the website and add a story about your monkey should you choose to. And you can also decide to send your monkey on a mission, which this first mission is to nest or hodl that NFT for 30 days. And then you'll get a reward, which we like to kind of gamify this. So I'm not going to say what the reward is quite yet, but there will be interesting rewards. You can almost think of it like a Boy Scout or Girl Scout program where you go on missions and you earn different badges based on the missions you went to. But that badge could be fungible tokens like our bananas, or it could be, additional NFTs. And I won't give away what this first one is going to be, but the idea is, we've created this really incredible incentive system that gets people to tweet about things. We did a Discord integration and a Twitter integration. So every time you type a command in Discord or you tweet with OnChainMonkey and you've connected your wallet to OnChainMonkey, you can earn bananas. So people are engaging in online behaviors. It's obviously also online to hold your NFT, but you can imagine, as we keep building out our monkeyverse, it could also be real world events that people are, motivated to go to. And I'm sure you're familiar with the concept of POAPs, but when people go, sometimes it can be, a Twitter Spaces, sometimes it can be a live event, and you can earn kind of an NFT, which is almost like a badge of showing that you attended something that's in your wallet. So there could be some very interesting NFTs that people could earn that, again, kind of allow you to level up in this monkeyverse.
Yeah, which is awesome because for those that are not familiar at home with POAPs, they are meant to be the proof of actual participation or a bookmark of your life. And in these sorts of situations, I guess they're kind of more so pitched as like proof of monkeying around, which I love. it's a really fun little aspect to the community and bring people together. So as we look forward, for anybody at home, the Karma Mint is behind us now. You can, of course, purchase your own Karma Monkey on OpenSea through the official collection. For more information on OnChainMonkey, you can, of course, go to OnChainMonkey.com. But Amanda, can you tell the folks at home how to best connect with you and the rest of the collection and the community?
Sure. I mean, we live in Discord. So, thankfully we have a great team of mods who are working all the time around the clock to cover questions. So I would hop into the OnChainMonkey Discord. You can also follow us on Twitter at OnChainMonkey. My personal Twitter is at Amanda Terry, Terry. So I think those are the best ways to connect with us, Discord and then Twitter.
Awesome. Well, look, Amanda, it's been a pleasure chatting with you today. I really appreciate you taking the time to tell our community a little bit more about what OnChainMonkey is about and what they can expect out of the upcoming Karma reveal that's just around the corner. So thank you again. And I hope that you have a great rest of the day.
Great. Thank you so much for having me on, Steve.
Fantastic. For those of you at home, we hope that you'll stick with us next time for our next interview here or our Aftershock episodes on Wednesday, where we'll catch you up with the news. But until next time, we hope you stay cryptocurrent.